Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a card which is going to be 6 by 4 inches in size, and I'm going to be using this sort of rose gold mirror card. So I've got this rectangle which is 4 inches by 2 3/4, and then I've got this small strip which is about, I don't know, 1/4 inch wide maybe. And doesn't really matter how long this is, as long as it's about 4 inches. This is about almost 5, but I won't be using all this. So you just need an odd strip of card like that. I've got a star. I've got my sentiment already, because I've made, if you've watched me before in the last few weeks, you know I already make all my sentiments. And I think that's really about it. I might add some gems as well, but literally all you need is this. So I'll get a few things organised and then I'll come back. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half. And if you watched my first batch making card that I did, you'll know I did this to make trees, little triangle trees. Just going to get my bone folder. So then I need my trimmer. And I'm going to put the folded end this side to the left, and then I'm going to put that corner up into or above the groove there, and then the opposite corner down the bottom in the groove there. So you've got your card on an angle, and then I'm going to carefully close that without moving it, and I'm going to bring my trimmer up and cut through. So you've literally just cut through the middle of where you folded it diagonally. So then you get these two spare pieces like that, which you could use for certain things. Cut out a load of stars, and then you get a tree. So that's my tree. Right, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use my trimmer again. You can do this by hand. All this can be done, you know, you cut that in half by hand with scissors. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find my little inch marker there, and I'm going to put the tip of the tree up to the inch mark. Make sure the bottom of the tree's straight along one of these lines going down. And I'm going to cut. So I've got the top of the tree there, and then I'm going to keep doing that. So I'll end up with 4 pieces. Do an inch each time. There. So now I've got my 4 pieces of tree. The next thing I've done is I've put some foam pads on the back of my tree on each piece. I haven't gone, I've put one in the middle there, but that doesn't matter on that one. But don't put any in the middle of these. Just put them on the edges. I mean, you can put this all flat if you want, but I just like to put some foam pads on, just to lift the tree off the page, off the card a little bit. And then the next thing I'm going to do, bring in the top of the tree, and I'm going to put the star on. So put way too much glue on there. Still too much, but it'll be fine. And then I'm going to pop the star on the top of the tree like that. You can do different colours if you want. I'm just going to keep this one all the same. Different colour strips. If you're making a lot, you could sort of cut out, I don't know, 4 or 5 of the rectangles and then mix and match all the strips up to make it a bit more colourful. Or use some nice pattern paper, different patterns. That would look nice, but I'm going to keep this one all the same. So I'm going to let that dry for a little bit because it's going to take a while to dry. In my card, I think I'll use that side. It just looks a bit cleaner that side. So make sure it's opening the right way. And I'm going to bring in this top of the tree again. Try and get that glue off before it dries too much. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this in the middle of the card at the top. I'm just going to use my grids just so I know that that's the middle there, that line going through the middle, just to give me a little bit of a hand so I get it sort of in the middle. I'm going to come quite far up. I'm still going to leave a little gap, but I'm going to come quite far up because I've got to get my sentiment down the bottom here. So I'm going to stick that one there. Oh, hang on, I know what I forgot. Before I do that, I want another foam pad on the star. Knew there was something missing. So I bought these foam pads thinking they were the same as the usual ones that I use, but they're not. They're not as deep. They're quite thin. So I've got to double them up just to get them up to what I'm used to. All right, let's try again. Make sure that's still straight and stick that one in the middle, just so you've got a little bit of a gap at the top. Right, next I'm going to take the strip and I'm going to put some glue on, but I'm not going to put it all the way down. I'm going to do it about halfway. Just dab some of that off. Right, with the strip, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my grid again. I'm going to pop that underneath there. And then bring it down towards this little line here, just so I've got it sort of straight. Oop. And then I'm just going to stick that down, and this, I'm going to leave this loose for a minute. You'll see why in a minute. Right, and then the next thing I'm going to do is pick up the next piece of the tree, and I'm going to pop this on, but I'm going to leave a slight gap in between the two pieces. Not a lot, just a slight gap. And then I'm going to line the edges up so they come down nice and, nice and straight together, and stick that one on. And then I'm going to do the same with the other two pieces. Do the same sort of gap, line the edges up and stick it on. With this last piece, before I forget, I'm going to just pop that on like that, the other way so it doesn't stick. I get my scissors and I know I can snip there. Pop a piece of glue, or not a piece, a bit of glue underneath. Stick that piece down, and then I know that that's not going to show now. When I put this piece on, because I'm not having a trunk, I'm just coming straight down. A little bit of a gap there again. Line it up each side, so we've got a nice triangle going down nicely. And stick it down. So there's my little tree. I mean, how simple is that? And look how effective it is. I love that. And then next thing I'm going to do is take all these backs off. put my sentiment up on foam pads as well. And this is going to go down the bottom. Just going to make sure I've got even gap between there, and then between there and there. Like that. So that's how simple it is. And if you want to put on some gems, you can. What am I going to do with these? Don't really like any of those. Oh, I might put black on actually. Not very Christmassy, but quite modern looking. Just going to pull some of these off. And then what I'm going to do, just wipe the end of my glue off a minute. I'm going to randomly, just because these need glue. I always use glue with them anyway. Too much glue, but never mind. I'm just going to randomly pop some little dots. Try not to think about it too much. Like that. And then I'll get my little pickup tool. And then just plonk them on. Just for that little bit extra. I mean, you can leave it plain, you don't have to put these gems on. I think it looks quite nice, just plain actually. I just thought I'd show you them with a bit of bling on as well. So there it is, all done. I mean, how simple is that? So quick and easy. Mix and match your paper, your strips. Keep it one colour like I have. Stick some gems on your card as well. I'm just going to leave it like that. I quite like it like that. So that's my little tree. I mean, so simple. So quick and easy to do. Once you've got all your stuff out, just pop it on the card. So I'll just show you another one I've done. This one's in gold with the red. I have done some more, but I haven't finished them off yet. I've done another gold one there, but I've still got to finish that one. That's where I was practicing and messing around. I got the idea off a lady that was, she was doing some Christmas crafts on YouTube, and she bought an actual wooden tree like this. And I thought, oh, that would be good as a card. So that's where I got the idea. I have actually now got a Facebook group on Facebook. And if you want to share any of your cards, join my group. It's private. Bear with me because I haven't had a Facebook group before, so I'm not quite sure how it works. But if you want to join, just ask to join, and I'll accept you and let you join, and then you can share your cards. And it doesn't have to be my cards, but just share anything you do, any of your Christmas cards, birthday cards. It's nice to see what other people do. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and subscribe to my channel. It's free to do so. Push the like button, comment down below. I've been reading all your lovely comments. It's lovely to hear what you think, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. See you later. Bye.